Florida man is suing several law enforcement agencies for his arrest after he was wrongfully identified using faulty AI facial recognition software. Jacksonville Beach police say that an algorithm found that Robert Dillon was the man caught on security cameras in the town's McDonald's, accused of trying to abduct a child.
Dillon, however, lives in Fort Myers, more than 300 miles away, and has never visited Jacksonville Beach. The case was dismissed, but now Dillon is looking to get paid, saying police misused the AI-driven match technology and let the system stand in for an actual investigation.
All right, joining us now, our chief legal analyst colleague, Feroz Khalif. This is not the first and not going to be the last time that police get the wrong guy because of whatever leads. But now AI is into this wrinkle. Does that change things at all, or is it kind of the same old, you thought it was me, it wasn't me, and now you're on the hook?
I think a couple parts. Obviously, this is not the first time, 15th known incident across the country with an individual that's been arrested based on AI. But before that, these type of situations have happened where you may have taken some shortcuts throughout the investigation, you as in the officer or officers that are involved. I mean, there were a number of things that were red flags. First of all, he lived hundreds of miles away, had talked about never being in that location. His vehicle's tag had never pinged for that location as well. That was omitted from the warrants that were requested to go after him. So those are the types of things that have happened before AI. The AI, I think, has now expedited the time that folks now will justify the reason, the rationale for an arrest. His attorneys list in their 66-page complaint that they used the AI that was 93% verification for him and then attempted to build the case around him, as opposed to what they believe they should have done, which is build the case and then use AI to support what you've already had, not the other way around.
I mean, this is similar in our own industry in journalism, right? We're told if you use AI, don't use that and then report it on TV. We could be found liable, right? So same thing. So what does this do to the trust of how important that independent investigation should be? And then, like you said, you use AI at the end to maybe help and assist with it.
I think that's what they're asking. Part of what they're asking in the complaint, obviously there's a monetary component in there, right? But there's also some declaratory judgment. They're asking the court to declare that a number of the things they're using within their investigation component should be laid out. Specifically, if this process isn't vetted properly, if there are some loopholes in it, that those should be removed. And they list a number of things that are known problems that have not been remedied or fixed. And so I think it's a twofold. Obviously, people want to be compensated for the harm, the humiliation, being arrested in front of his family, being scarlet lettered. I mean, the AI edition, where now every time someone sees your face, they connect you with some type of criminality. So it's hard to roll that back as an agency. So part of it is using this as a learning example to figure out as an agency how you move forward. But law enforcement across the country are watching cases like this to try to figure out how they can get it right.
What kind of dollar amount do you foresee them asking for and getting? Because you mentioned all of that, I think it's more of the reputation, right, that people in the town saw. And even though he obviously wasn't convicted and they got it wrong, there's still going to be a little bit of that impression. Yeah,
there is as they list in the complaint, a devastating social stigma around just child-involved cases already. So now if you're plastered everywhere and you had nothing to do with it, he talked about how he's scared to even go around children now, how he wants to, like, you know, it's fearful in law enforcement. So all those things are building the case for future potential harm. You know, if he lost some type of employment currently, if he's lost future opportunities, that's how you build that damages amount, right? It's not just like a personal injury where you can say, hey, you hurt your back, I can connect that to the dollar amount you spent on physical therapy or training or surgery. No, this is what reputational harm did you lose and how can we make sure that we restore you to whole, which is the reason that we have some type of case. Bring me back to how I was before this injury occurred.
Okay, again, our chief legal analyst, colleague Feroz, weighing on that for us. Khalif, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.